Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to another review. Today we're looking at the Soul of Chogokin, Great Mazinger.
English, motherfucker! Do you speak it?
Kinda. So right off the bat, why don't we talk about this guy's name? Because it's kind of a complicated situation. I call him Mazinger because that's what I kind of grew up calling him as a kid. But that's like the mistranslated 80s name. His name really is Mazinger, but I don't know, that just has never sounded right to me. You would think in Japanese, oh, I'm sure it is Mazinga, but it's not, actually. It's Majinga. I'm kind of saying it wrong. So that makes things a little confusing. The proper way to say it is Mazinger, but I say Mazinga because I'm a freak. So I hope that answers that for you. All right, so to start off, we have to give this guy a brain because without a brain, you can't do much. Well, I don't have a brain and I can do a lot, but whatever. So we got to use the Brain Condor, which is this little tiny spaceship. It's pretty cool. There's some detail. I always loved the way this thing looked. Very swishable, but doesn't quite fit in there. It's a little too big. So they actually include a slightly smaller Brain Condor with the correct cockpit orientation, and this one actually pegs into his head. And there we go. He is ready to be piloted. So real quick, why don't we just take a look at his head? Because it does have, everything you'd want from a Mazinga head. But yeah, he looks really badass, really classic. And he has that kind of classic feel throughout. I mean, this guy is from like the 70s, but the figure like kind of carries that, you know what I mean? Like he just looks like he jumped right out of the screen. He does have this really nice finish. He is mostly die cast and then some plastic, but every single surface is like super reflective. I feel like a weirdo because I have like a glasses cleaner thing and I'm using it to polish like all of this guy all the time. So I look a little insane doing that. Let's talk about articulation real quick because if I'm going to be honest, it sucks on this guy. His head rotates and you can rotate it 360. And then he just goes back and forth. I think it would have been a lot better if the top of his head was on a ball joint, maybe. Because, I mean, there was room in there. They could have put his head on a ball joint. I don't know why they didn't. And his shoulders can go out. But then there's like a stopper, so they can't go out a full 90. And his elbows are okay. They're all right. And his hands can rotate because they actually come off. But his legs, oh my gosh, his legs are sad. They can go out that much, and they can barely go forward or do much of anything. And then his knees don't even, they go like 45 degrees. You can mess with his kneecaps if you want to do that. And I like in the instructions, they tell you to gently place it so it doesn't scratch the metal. And his ankles are just, they go forward. It's like, they don't really do anything. So his articulation's not great, but I mean, it's enough to get him into some cool poses. But you're not going to be doing a lot with this guy. He's not going to be, doing somersaults and stuff. He can barely even dab. All right, why don't we start talking about accessories because this guy has a lot of accessories. He's like 50% accessories. All right, so let's start with something not that exciting. He has these little spikes that you can put on his kneecap, and this is so he can kill people brutally, basically. If you've ever seen the original cartoon, he just like stabs people in the back with this thing, really messes them up. And this is actually really sharp, and it does come with 2 of these. Next up is this blade used for kicks. So you just like clip it on here and then shove it in. There you go. And now you can do some crazy kicking action, decapitate some people maybe. And it does come with 2 swords. You cannot, however, put them in his thighs, but I mean, like, that's not gonna work. It would have been nice if you could maybe, like, put a hilt in. That would have been kind of cool. And here's a clip of him holding the sword. Well, no. You He can also hold the V on his chest so he can throw it like a boomerang. Here's what he looks like without the V. It's kind of bad because he does do this from time to time. You can just smack that right back on there with that magnet. He also does come with these alternate spiky forearms, but these connect to something I'll show you in a minute. And just to show you, he does come with an extra fist and this really cool pointing hand. He comes with two of these. And then last up for the hands, he comes with these two hands, which he put together, and they make like a shaking hand for when he's like meeting Mazinger Z. All right, and here's a size comparison real quick. There's Tahu. But I want to do this because we're going to use Tahu as target practice. Because this guy has a few action features. So if you look, there's a really tiny little black square right there. And that's because he can shoot his crotch at people. Oh, man. And that leaves you with a cavity for his naval missile, which this is just all sorts of only in Japan kind of stuff. Uh, there you go. Oh, that's gone. Oh, it fell in a box. Good thing it does come with two extras. Don't worry, I got it back. All right, and then next up, there are these two alternate forearms, and I think you might have an idea of what these are. So what you want to do is just rip off his original ones, like so. All right, and then you just want to plop these new ones on. They are on magnets as well. And he loses his elbow articulation, but what he gains is totally worth it. So let's get Tahu back out here. And there's a little lever right here. And you can just bam. And those fire with a lot of force. So let's do the other one. Bam. Oh, shoot. Sorry, Tahu. Right in the face. And here's his spiky arm as well. And just FYI, these only work with the shooting arms, but there you go. They fire just the same. I'm having way too much fun with this. Oh yeah, and before I forget, there's also this other spring-loaded feature, but I have no idea what this is from. If you press this little lip on the bottom of his foot, these cool fins pop out. But I've like never seen footage of this. He must do it at some point. All right, and now we're on to his last couple of accessories. You can just take this wing pack off and put on the real one that we all know. And there we go. That is his completed look right there. And this does make him feel extremely swooshable. And if that one's not your bag, he also has the great booster. My fin is super bent. A little embarrassing, but don't judge me. And this can also just go right on his back. And weirdly enough, this part does not extend. It should, but I mean, it still looks great. Another weird thing is the wings actually can't flip around like they do in the show. Whatever. Still looks cool. And this is what I mean about articulation. I was going to kind of film this guy for some B-roll, and it's like his neck just is not right. He can't look forward properly. I wish maybe this back plate could move out of the way, and his head was on a ball joint, like I said. It would be great if he could actually like look forward. And last up here is his base. You can see it has his name, and yeah, there it is. I wish I had a drawer. That'd be nice. I'm from the South. Drawer. I can't even say that word. But a pulley outy thing to store some of the accessories, because this guy just has a bunch of loose accessories. All right, and that was my review of the Soul of Chogokin GX-02R. Great Mazinger, or Mazinger if you're a normal person. I mean, I think this figure is really cool. It's a bit more of a collector's item, almost like a statue. So if that's your thing, then go ahead. I personally love this guy just like for nostalgia reasons. But like I said, this is more of a collector's piece. Like the price is outrageous, especially for the kind of lack of articulation this guy has. I will say the materials used are super premium though. And he does have a really kind of premium finish with all the chrome and metal. Well, chrome and other kinds of metal. You know what I mean. I mean, I will say half the fun of this set for me was buying it in Akiba at the Tamashi Nation store. So if you find yourself in Tokyo, like for vacation, go here and buy like maybe a figure of your favorite character. It's kind of a memento for me. And when I was in Japan, that was kind of like this is like my little bonus I gave myself. I was like, okay, I have this much money left, so I'm gonna go and buy this guy because I've been going like every day to look at it. I'll get it. Why not? Oh yeah, and special thanks to Sam Jackson for guest starring in this or something. I would love to get more of these, like the Raideen and the Guy King figure, especially the Guy King with the ship. I mean, it's only $800, right? That's like a drop in the bucket. Come on. And the Combatler looks great. I also know that there are other versions of this figure. I think there's like a GX-100 or something, and its head looks a little bit different, and the accessories are a little different. I don't know enough about the toy line or figure line to tell you which version is superior. I like this version. I hope I showed off his merits. He has some fun action features and stuff. But if you like him looking like this, then get it. If you don't like him looking like this, then get something else. Also, I forgot to mention I have a huge fear of this figure falling over because all of this is like super hard plastic. So I just have nightmares he's gonna fall over like that and everything's gonna break. But in the couple years that I've had him, he's not fallen over. Well, he fell backwards once. That was one time, okay? Won't happen again. I hope this review entertained you. Deuces. Pow. Oh, don't go shooting a touch at me.